2020 was a very tough and trying year, not for just one country, but for the whole world. As we know, a very unexpected virus caught the globe by surprise and changed our way of life as we know it. During the COVID-19 pandemic, companies shut down and schools closed nationwide, limiting access to food, medication, healthcare, and education, causing a worldwide panic. Fast forward to today, with the help of vaccines and advanced medical care, we've come a long way in our battle of ending this pandemic. Unfortunately, the virus mutated, rendering vaccines less effective and kids more vulnerable to this unknown disease. Kids are going to school and catching COVID at alarming rates. Hospital beds are filling up with kids across the country, raising uncertainty for parents and governments everywhere. At Mayat K-12, we took swift action and converted fully into online operations and brought private school to the doorsteps of children nationwide, providing free tutoring and countless hours of help to children, keeping your babies safe in their homes. We pride ourselves as the best private school to care for your children during these very trying times, and we expect another amazing year for our students across the country. Bring your child back to Mayat University because we care, we pay attention, and we love. Mayat K-12. Let's have another amazing year. Click the link below and enroll now.
Peace, family. Peace to you and yours. Brother Red Pill in the building, reporting live and direct. You already know what it is. Before we begin, I want to make an announcement that our workshop that was scheduled for February 4th, entitled Dropping Gems, has been postponed to the 24th of February. That is the 24th of February. Tickets are on sale. We came back from Tucson, Arizona. We got a lot of footage. We got a lot of information. We got a lot of gems to drop. So hit the link. It's in the description and go to KTL University. That is KTL as in Know the Ledge. KTL University, and go ahead and get your tickets. You dig? All right. Dropping Gems featuring Ross Ben, all right, and Illuminati Congo, hosted by Brother Red Pill.
To this day.
With that being said, welcome to another episode of Melanin Monday. This is episode 185, featuring your good brother Red Pill in the building.
To this day.
You know something.
To this day.
Can y'all hear the sound effects clear? And can you hear the microphone and everything clear? And is there an echo? Harlem in the building with that Zaza. Talk black to me. I see you. We clear. All right. Peace to Destiny. Shout out to you. How you doing? Okay. Happy Valentine's, or what do we say? Akuma Day. How y'all doing out there? It sound real crispy. Okay. That's what's up. All right. That's what's up. That's good. And we clear on the visuals. Everything good? Because I got to make sure the technicalities and the sound effects is tight. That's what's up. Okay. So we're back in the building, guys. Pardon me for Third Eye Thursdays. I promise you, I wanted to do it as bad as you wanted to see it. But man, shit been real, bro. I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you. Shit been real in the field. And I wasn't able to do the show. Shout out to everybody that's out there that's getting their recharging done. This is the month of winter, correct? And I tell people winter is for hibernation. You know what I'm talking about? Winter is for falling back sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So when I be doing shit in the winter, just know it take a lot of energy to do shit in the winter. And I'm really going against my nature. I'm going against nature when I be outside in wintertime because, to be honest with you, I be wanting to disappear in the winter. And I really am contemplating disappearing as well. You feel me? But we here tonight. So that's really what I'm finna talk about. We here tonight. I shaded that. You feel me? I shaded that. And salute to everything. You thought it was spring the other day. Me too. Should be warm in different places, but we really still in the month of winter. The time of death. Haha. This is the death season. This is the death season. Things expire in the winter. I don't even like to say the word death because there's no really such thing as death because shit be coming back. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's a continuous cycle, but death is inevitable. And in the winter season, things wither, okay? But they also transform. So shout out to everybody that's going through their transformation this season. You know, whether it may be that body that you're transforming, you got the new body and whatnot. You know what I mean, fellas? You working off the you trying to get the 6-pack, working off that Tupac Shakur. You know the Tupac. That's the beer belly. You know, for the people who are rebranding themselves, for the people who are, you know, turning over a new leaf, for the people who who still on a resolution. Salute to y'all. I know I was in the gym in the early January. Shit empty now. You know what I'm talking about? The gym is empty now. Niggas is in the, I don't know where they at. They in Krispy Kremes though. I tell you that much. That line is still popping. So avoid all conflict. Not all conflict because it's really, that shit sounds good, but you know, try not to get engaged with road rage. Try not to feed into people's negative energy. Try not to, because people got mush mouths and mush faces during the winter. You know what I mean? Try not to get in the middle of other people's shenanigans. Stay the fuck out the way. You know what I mean? That part. Stay out the way. You know what I'm talking about? Get well to Kodak Black, the young gorilla. Just shit like that. Like, I had to endure watching young Kodak. They was shot yak in LA for getting in the way. He got in the way. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas was jumping one of his mans in him, and he jumped in and he got clapped. He got in the way. Stay out the way, my niggas. You know what I mean? Don't be in no crowds. That should show you. Do not stand in no crowds because they spraying crowds these days. You know what I mean? We can't lose young Yackington. It's not having that. You know what I mean? I'm not having that. We gotta save young Yak. You know what I mean? He's getting better in life. You know, he's trying to grow. So let's do the roll call and then we'll get into the conversation tonight. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a nice conversation. We're gonna chop it up. There's things going on out there in the news and things of that nature. And then we'll just have, you know, we're gonna go with the flow. Just gonna go with the flow. Okay. So let's do the roll call. Let's see who is in the building. I know Jersey is in the building. You know what I'm talking about? I know Atlantic City is in the building. Shout out to y'all. Merritt Island, Florida is in the building. Is it sunny over there right now? Oh, hold on a minute. Yo, Russia's in the building. Hey, man from Russia. Man from Russia. I need y'all to go and clean them niggas in the Ukraine up early. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's where a lot of white supremacists be at. Yeah, go and wash them people up in Ukraine. I don't really care for the Ukrainians.
To this day.
Yeah, take what you need, my niggas. You know what I'm talking about? I co-sign all of the heavy-handedness coming from Vladimir Putin. Clarksville, Tennessee in the building. Philly in the building. The motherfucking Bronx is in the building. You already know this. Louisville is in the building. West Phoenix is in the building. They shot him in front of the cops. Yeah, they on that type of time. Out there. You know what I mean? Carolina's in the building. Bridgetown, Germany. We going real global these days. What's up, Germany? You know what I'm talking about? What's happening, Germany? Just call me Saint Maurice. You know what I'm talking about? Saint Maurice. Yeah, Flatbush, aka Gatbush. I see you guys out there. I see Big Russia in the building. I see you, Russia. Well, are you who? My guy from Russia. Do you fight MMA? Are you like a wrestler? California in the building. What's poppin'? Delaware, New Orleans, Cincinnati. You know what I'm talking about? Is this YouTube and chill tonight? Are y'all booed up while y'all watching me? It's kind of late. You know what I'm saying? When my numbers start dropping, I already know what that is. I'm not going to take it personal. You feel me? When the numbers start falling later on, I already know what it is. I'll even try to warm it up for you guys. Too bad I can't play no music on YouTube. I would have got you in the mood. You know what I'm talking about? Tiger King, you know? Knoxville in the building. Chicago in the building. 209 Cali, you know, Guap City. You know what I mean? Memphis. Shout out to Sauce Guard. Shout out to the Memphis family. You know what I mean? Rise and Power, the young Dolph all day. I'm shouting Dolph all day. And I don't care if you from the north or the south or whatever side. I don't even know the politics. But it's definitely Dolphin all day. You know what I'm talking about? Cincinnati, Pocahontas, Poconos, Brownsville in the building, Norfolk in the building, T Dot in the building, Inglewood in the building. Yeah, Inglewood, talk to me.
To this day. To this day.
Shit lit. Rising Power Drakeo. Right. Rising Power Draco the ruler. You know what I'm saying? He should have been right there in that building last night. Well, maybe not in Inglewood, you know what I mean? But he should have been in California enjoying all of the festivities. The festivities and whatnot. You feel me? Red Pill Tendergrass. Yeah, I'm you know I'm talking about Dr. Love. That was my new name. They gave me that in Black Wall Street. They called the guard Dr. Love. I didn't even run with that. I let that shit simmer and whatnot. When I get in my love bag, then I don't know when that will be, but I'll definitely give y'all some Dr. Love vibes. You know, it's Kodak voodooed up. You better believe it. What you think? Marion, Indiana. So before we even begin, because I ain't even gonna act all pretentious. I know that people on the timeline y'all don't necessarily follow Roman antics and whatnot in the Romans holidays or holy days. But I know some of y'all was out there getting your Valentine's or your Akoma Day, or I just want to know, how was your day? You know what I'm talking about? How was your day? Shout out to the big island of Hawaii. You know what I mean? How was your day? How were you treated today? Ladies first. You know what I'm talking about? Ladies first. Brothers, I know that your pockets might be hurting. I'm going to put my Cash App on the bottom for anybody that's feeling real generous, or the Akuma Day if y'all got love for the pillar. But fellas, I know your pockets is tapped out. I can't even ask y'all how everything was, because y'all out there providing chocolates and flowers and shit like that. Ladies, how was your day? I wonder, just let me know. I took my mama out to eat, you know what I'm talking about? And I don't, it's not really, I don't really get into these holidays, but, your girl is mad because you don't celebrate. Yeah, that should be happening. You know what I'm talking about? That should be happening. You better hit her with the remix though. Hit her with the remix. Akuma Day. Don't just dodge Christmas and not give them a Kwanzaa gift. You know what I'm talking about? It's dangerous in these streets, my nigga. You gotta play the game a little bit. Gotta play it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Here we go. We gotta make sure mama is good. We gotta make sure that our sisters out there is being treated good. We gotta make sure that the ladies had an amazing day so we can move forward. This is like a temperature check. We just want to know that people are being, taken care of. Beautiful. I had dinner with the grandson. Awesome. Beautiful. Stayed to myself, chasing that bag. That's what I'm talking about.
To this day.
You know what I mean?
To this day.
It was a great day. Yeah, I'm talking about, it was a great day. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. There she go. Spent the day with my parents, showing them love. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. It was told to me, you know, take care of the women around you. It was great when you got somebody that you sincerely love. Every day's a Valentine's. Do it right and your ass get laid every day. So this was my thing this year. It just came to me like a download, and I was like, aren't flowers dead? If I was to give somebody a bouquet of flowers on Valentine's Day, aren't flowers dead? Because I'm familiar with flowers at funerals. Flowers don't denote love to me. Plants do. You know what I'm talking about? Plants are alive.
To this day.
Right?
To this day.
Flowers are dead. They said roses smell like poo-poo when they get after a few days. I'm not giving you no dead ass flowers. What is that signifying? I'd rather give you a bamboo plant. You know what I'm talking about? I'd rather give you a bamboo plant or a cactus. I don't know what the fuck a flower is gonna do because them shits are they have an expiration. They finna die soon. But if we plant a tree together, or if I get you some type of greenery that's gonna help your breathing and whatnot, or if I get you a hanging plant that you could just hang somewhere, you feel me? Then that's more sustaining than if I go to Kroger's because they cutting the stems, they bagging them bitches up, and them you know. I don't think that those roses are gonna grow roots fast enough to sustain themselves, and they finna sustain themselves inside of a vase. So we should have a conversation, you know, leading up to next year's festivities about, or if we make our own festivities, keep the flowers. You know how they tell people, give me my flowers while I'm alive and whatnot. I'm like, cool, right? Look, it's right here. This is from a funeral, right? This was what they gave out. Give me my flowers while I'm here, right? Rising power to the brother Kruger out of Brooklyn, right? Out of Brownsville. And it's like, I feel you, and don't, please, like, I've been to some of the most beautiful botanical gardens. I'm not a flower hater. I love flowers. However, I'm observing what is taking place with a bunch of dead flowers on a day where, if I'm celebrating you and your life and your love, I want to bring life to you. I don't want to be part of the industry that's responsible for killing off all of these flowers for a bag. It's tasteless, man. You know what I mean? And with knowledge and things of that nature come responsibility. So I just feel that the frequency could be upgraded, and we could start either planting trees or, introducing the flora or the plants into the household and things of that nature, and start focusing on the longevity of, two people loving each other. Because when you watch a plant grow, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm talking about? Let's not even talk about watching trees grow, but watching a plant grow, and you giving it that good energy and whatnot. Yeah, that's honorable. That's honorable. Yeah, or give me a pound of weed or something. You know what I'm talking about? We take those flowers too and we smoke them. You know, at least they getting put to use. You can't. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I know somebody that likes to roll up weed inside of a rosebud, but theoretically, you know what I mean. I'm not out there smoking the majority of flowers that y'all ladies out here walking around with. But bring me some white runts, my nigga, and we'll light that up. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody said they put their flowers in a pot so you could replant them. And yeah, that part. Yeah, that part. Do that. Make that happen. Make that happen. You know? You want to, yeah, they could be sharing seeds and whatnot. They could be sharing seeds. Give a girl a bag of seeds. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So, with that being said, you know what I'm talking about? With that being said, let us continue. There are a few things that have been taking place in the news. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about the Super Bowl last night, okay? Shout out to everybody in LA, Los Angeles, who came out for the weekend and was enjoying themselves in the festivities. You know, I don't really participate in that ritual anymore. When I was younger in my 20s and whatnot, there wasn't a Super Bowl or a halftime or an all-star weekend that you did not catch me and Blue Pill at. And that's on God. You know what I'm talking about? We was there religiously. That was our religion, especially the month of February, because you got the Grammys, you got All-Star Weekend, and you got the NFL Super Bowl. That shit was lit. I promise you. In Negro land and Negrotopia, my nigga, that's February is like Christmas. I promise you. If Odell didn't get clipped, you would have came up. Yeah, man. You and Drake, right? You know what I'm talking about? But Drake hit a lick, didn't he? That he hit all three of his bets. He bet that Odell would catch a touchdown. That he did before he got injured. He bet that Odell would get a certain amount of yardage. That he did before he got injured. And then he bet that LA Rams would win, and they did. And he bet Bitcoin. Yeah, that boy got a hot hand out there. Pause. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, he got a hot hand out there. He hitting licks. That's a 3 for 3. That's a 3 for 3. And he bet it in Bitcoin. Big winner last night. Bitcoin. Coinbase commercial. My dude Odell Beckham, he's not a lame because he took his contract in Bitcoin. They was trying to clown the brother. Of course, when Bitcoin was having this correction and other things, they were trying to act like this nigga took a L. Well, he just took a W, and he got $1 million for winning the Super Bowl, right? With a torn ACL. He got an injury, which could potentially be very disadvantaged. You know, it don't look good when he's about to be a free agent and it's time to renegotiate with that torn ACL. But, you know, he got $1 million bonus for signing and then winning the quote unquote Super Bowl, and he's getting paid in Bitcoin. That's a lick. That's a lick right there. Don't let anybody ever persuade you any other way. That's a super lick. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, man. A lot of betting was taking place. Blue Pill, shout out to Blue Pillar in the bill. He was tapping in. You know, he had he once again proved that the law of 44 is the law of the land. He was able to choose the correct winner.
To this day.
You know what I mean? He was able
to
to
this
pull
day.
it. He did that again. You know what I'm talking about? The halftime show. Fire. You know what I mean? Fire. I would be a buck-tooth hater. I would be a crooked-faced liar. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I would be super non-saucy if I was to try to hate on what the fuck took place last night at the halftime show with that all white. Did you see him? Did you see him? Yeah, did you see him?
How, Sway?
Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
That was lit right there, boy. I try to tell you. Dr. Dre. was the halftime show sponsored by Chipotle? Because these niggas was kind of, what's going on, fam? These guys were they was kind of swollen up there. Niggas was looking like, what are you doing? What's going on? What are we doing? Yes, Kendrick completely murked that. You know what I mean? Niggas ain't even into the performances like that these days. So they didn't see the poetry. They didn't see the theatrics of. They didn't recognize the theatrics of what my guy Kendrick. That was a whole theater. You know what I mean? That was theater, my niggas. My Mama Pill, right? The Oracle said it out of her mouth today at dinner. She was like, that white boy bodied that shit.
To this day.
I said, oh, Eminem.
To this day.
I said, you said Marshall Mathers bodied it? She was like, that white, I'm not into that boy, but he bodied that shit. I was like, you got a point. You know what I mean? Because he had the live band. He was, you know what I mean? He had some movement and shit. Because usually he just stands right there. Somebody said that Lose Yourself, the Eminem song Lose Yourself, is white people's dreams and nightmares. And I felt that. That's definitely what that is. I felt that for real. You know? And 50 hanging upside like Bizarre. 50 was hanging upside. You know when they be on like where they got the butcher shops and they be putting like half a cow and they hang that shit upside down from the meat hook. I'm like, don't do that again, homie. I don't know who set you up, because don't you niggas do a mic check? Don't you run through the performances? Nobody told you that's not a good look. Nobody said ditch the tank top, just do 21 questions. Nobody 50. Nobody told you that. Nobody told you to do I Get Money and just put on some Louis Vuitton, nigga. You didn't have to put, the tank top is an NFT right now. First of all, the G-Unit tank top, it doubles as a training bra. The G-Unit training bra, that's an NFT. You know how far back that shit goes? You know what kind of shift took place when this nigga popped out with the Kmart fucking tank top on in 03 when niggas was getting saucy? They was wearing jerseys and shit. You missed that? Okay. So I'm like, okay, I dig the fashion. You niggas are not into labels and brands. Nobody on that stage. I get it. All right, whatever. And I did the all white. You seen the beginning, he had his hand, it looked like a microchip, and then he put it down. Anybody who be on planes a lot and y'all be flying into cities and whatnot, you know what the fuck they were trying to express in their quote unquote in their set, right? Their set design was showing the comparisons of a motherboard, right, with actual cities from an overhead view, right? The overhead view coming into New York City, flying into LaGuardia, it looked like Lego blocks. And then you fly over Rikers Island and it looks like mad Lego block formations. But then there's other cities that you could fly over at night and whatnot, like Miami and even LA and New York to some degree, and the shit looks like a whole lit motherboard. Let's talk about Mary. Mary was bodying shit. She was bodying shit. She was bodying shit. I don't know why she went into sad Mary bag. You know what I mean? She didn't have to go into sad Mary bag. I told wife, I'm like, she did that to appease to both crowds. She did the lit song in the beginning, and then she had to go into the sad Mary bag. But even she said it, she was like, well, she should have at least gave you what's the 411 Mary, like the shit that got all of us young niggas laid when we was younger. How about that? You young whippersnappers don't know about early Mary and how she was helping niggas in their body counts. Okay, all right. Well, we'll talk about that one day. And every day it rains. Every day. Did I see the dance? Did she do the Mary Bop? No. If she did do the Mary Bop, it wasn't for too long. You know what I'm saying? Nigga. I was in Madison Square Garden right after Biggie got killed. And then she did the shit with Little Kim where she had the umbrellas out every day. That was the most classic moment. She should have did that. Should have brought Little Kim out. With the raps. But she gave it. She was murking shit. Her outfit was crazy. Her dancers was crazy. Them boots right there. Yeah, leave those on. With the mirrors on them. That part. Yeah, for Valentine's.
To this day.
Leave the boots on. And that silky Hawaiian. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that part. Leave both of them on. We finna have some fun up in here. Yeah, the background dancers were doing the Mary Bop. I need Mary to do bop. Yeah, and she literally dropped it. That was crazy. Mary is her. She's the queen. You know what I'm talking about? She's the queen. Yeah, definitely Lizzo next year. So and Mary was showing. Mary was showing all of those older artists like Cher and Madonna. Have a fucking seat, my nigga. This is what it looks like to be over 50 and glamorous, my nigga. You know when you be at Popeyes picking out the motherfucking chicken and you be like, nah, give me that one right there. No, that one right there. That one is thick. That one. That's the leg that she had last night. Mary. Hey, auntie. How you doing? Don't she got a drink called Goddess something? She's tapping into her goddess frequency. Don't she got a drink called Sun Goddess? At least it's not fucking Douce. Don't she got a drink called Sun Goddess? I'm ready to drink. I'm ready to pour up some Sun Goddess and listen to some 411 and get so fucking lit that I do the Mary dance on TikTok. You know? The game would have killed it with a banger or two. Nah, I'm good. Legacy only. Man,
to this day.
Giving that man too much credit. Fuck out of here. Legacy only. You don't get you trying to bring up the whole Dr. Dre roster. If that's the case, where the fuck was Corrupt and Daz at, nigga? Like, no. Legacy artists. That's the cream of his crop. Mary J, motherfucking Snoop Doggy Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, and Curtis. Okay, Curtis. And no offense to Curtis, but if you look at the performance again, after Kendrick came out, he kind of like erased that whole shit. I didn't even remember. The only reason that they remember the 50 shit because the nigga was upside down looking like Bizarre from D12, right? This shit looked like a Popeyes ad, for real. It looked like a Subway's fucking commercial. I didn't know if it was cut to the commercial. I'm like, what's happening? I don't usually see black men hanging upside down. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? It's 50. It's 50-50. It's 350, not 50. It's 350 cent, my nigga. Like, my guy. You know what I mean? Calisthenics is you know what I'm saying? That's a whole vibe, 50. Calisthenics. You feel me? The shit with the bands, my nigga. You know, that part, you know what I mean? Calisthenics and what's the other shit with the band? Because that helps to define you and it cuts and, you know what I'm saying? Not that other shit, that creatine, my nigga, put that down. All of that deadlifting and that shit turned into pure flab. You're asymmetrics. Calisthenics is a word and so is cardio. My nigga. And I respect you, respectfully. Snoop Dogg was the best performer out of the whole bunch, only because it's Snoop Doggy Dogg. You know what I'm talking about? He didn't need the theatrics of a Kendrick. He didn't need to take the knees of an Eminem, nor did he need the multiple syllables and whatnot in his rhyme sequence. He didn't need the motherfucking mirrors on his boot like Mary, nor did he needed that 28-inch silky Hawaiian. He was just being who he is. And that Snoop Doggy Dogg, all he needed was a motherfucking blunt.
To this day.
Runs.
To this day.
Some runs. Some doggy dog runs. That's all he needed. Some doggy dog gumbo. That's all doggy dog needed. He was throwing the motherfucking C's. He was crip walking. He was doing every fucking thing that he was supposed to do. You know what I'm talking about? And he was dressed like he just came out of the shop. Like, what are we doing? The Super Bowl? Okay. Yeah, pull up. Roll up. And he bodied that. He did his thing. You said that I look like Snoop. I wish I was cool like Snoop. You know what I'm talking about? I wish I was cool like Snoop. That's the coolest nigga on earth. Uncle Snoop, that's the coolest dude I've ever, you know what I mean? He might be the coolest dude next to Sugar Bear that I've ever encountered. Snoop knees insured. yeah. And Chipotle wasn't sponsoring Snoop Doggy Dogg last night. It surely the Chipotle was sponsoring 250 Cent, 350 Cent, and fucking Dr. Dre post-divorce Dre. Niggas blow up like that after a divorce. But all jokes aside, and I know that, you know, conspiracy theorists, go smoke some runts, my nigga. Go smoke a fucking beanie and whatnot. Like, go smoke your dad, my niggas. Go hit the needle. You know what I mean? Let me talk to the people real quick. Leave the room. All right, conspiracy. Do you know Dr. Dre had an aneurysm? Do you know that man was in a coma? Do you know how serious that is? The fact that he was on that stage doing what he was doing, and this man potentially could have been brain dead, right? This nigga had a fucking aneurysm during a divorce and still got cooked on a divorce. How about that?
To this day.
That nigga cleaned this closet.
To this day.
Cleaned this closet. Washed him. I think she got the biggest settlement ever. She's a lawyer. You know what I mean? Fellas. Yeah, you out here on Valentine's Day, YouTube, Netflix, and chilling, watching Tiger King, watching the motherfucking the Tinder swindler. Watching the Tinder swindler. And Shorty is a lawyer. You got a few chips and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Seymour's you've been selling Seymour's by the crate, but Shorty is a lawyer. You ain't even know about that paperwork, didn't get the prenup. Yeah, you finna get washed up, nigga. You walking a tight rope. She washed him up. You know what I mean? Cleaned this closet. Cause she might have, you know, she might have some things on him that he might not want the world to know about. You know, wifey might have cracked his phone one day or something or walked in on him. I don't know what happened. But the way that she got paid, she knows something. She knows something. Nobody walking away with a purse like that and they not holding secrets. She probably was like, play with me all you want, my nigga. I will push this button. He was like, yo, give her what she want. How about that? She was like, 100 million? I think 100. It might be more. It might be more. But the fact that he bounced back from an aneurysm to put on one of the best halftime shows that I can remember since I started smoking GMO weed, my niggas. That was it. Niggas is talking about the Prince halftime show. I wasn't smoking GMO. After I started smoking GMO weed, all that shit from those days, they wiped my hard drive clean. I don't even remember that. I don't remember Michael Jackson, Prince. I don't remember none of those halftime shows. Whitney Houston. I remember this shit right here that I just saw last night, and that was lit. It was lit. It was lit. And, you know, Snoop did his thing. All of them did their things. Anderson .Paak looked like he was having a fun time on the drums and whatnot. You know, they had the live band. boom, boom. Yeah, it rained on the Prince show. I remember that. The MJ show was. Let's not even go there. We come on. Don't let my clowning fool you, man. I'm just really playing games right now. Like we know the kings of the halftime show. There's a lineup. There's a top 5. Last night's fits in there somewhere, but there's a top 5. There's maybe a top 3. You know what I'm talking about? But Michael Jackson, Prince, Whitney Houston. Man, I don't know about Whitney Houston. Yeah, Janet's tits, right? I'm just playing. That was traumatizing. I don't know what had. That was traumatizing to me, right? But Beyonce bodied that. Who's here to argue? Beyonce bodied that. Mm-hmm. Michael Jackson killed it. Prince did his thing. And then last night they did their thing. So there's like one. There was one. Yeah, Beyonce had the power outage at the Super Dome, right? Post Katrina, right? Post Katrina. The same Superdome that blacked out during Katrina, right? That same Superdome. The same Superdome that had a lot of spirits in it because niggas was spirit cooking during Katrina. And I don't know how many people have come in that arena to clean it out and whatnot. That same arena. Yeah, Janet Jackson Super Bowl invented the platform that we're on right now, which is YouTube. That's a factory. That's the Snapple facts. It was the fact that her boobs were showing and they didn't want to broadcast that anywhere else, right? They didn't want to broadcast that on CBS and other places. So as a result of that, YouTube was already created. However, there wasn't mass adoption like that because people were just warming up to the fact of quote unquote video, the world of video. That was a new concept. It was the Janet Jackson exposure of her breastises that blew YouTube up. Yeah, give it up for YouTube. Right? Hold on. If I'm correct, that's and if I'm correct, and correct me if I'm correct, that's what made Google purchase the platform. Is that correct? Is that how they got purchased by YouTube? I mean, by Google? Was YouTube a standalone prior to their being acquired by Google for billions of dollars? I think it was a few billies. That is correct. Okay. Yeah, man. Shit. I wish I knew about stocks back then. I wish I was a little bit taller. Titty milk. Niggas was acting all fake religious when the titty came out. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Then it had the sun, the sun nipple. I ain't been to that many strip clubs, but I didn't see the sun nipple make a resurgence. I would have thought that was good. I thought that was gonna catch on, but it didn't. You know? It didn't. You know? Google purchased it for $1.65 in 2006. Okay. Yeah, her breast held that much power. You damn right. That was penny, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, free the nipple. That was penny. Now look at TV. Now look at how many nipples did you see last night? I seen a few. I didn't even see documentary Janet yet. That's on Showtime, I believe. Once I get finished with Tiger King episode 2, I'll get to that. Free Joe Exotic, man. Free Joe Exotic, man. Don't let me see Carol Baskin in traffic. You know what I'm talking about? Sniping gang, sniper gang. You know what I mean? Turning into sniper gang. You know? So, as for the game, you know, everybody loves a success story. Everybody loves the underdog coming up. Everybody, you know, it was picture perfect. It was, you know what I mean? I know niggas, white boys in small town America was out tipping cows over last night because it was that kind of story right there. It just, you know what I mean? It's one of those, you know, small time American dream stories. So shout out to everybody that was participating in that on the LA Rams team and whatnot, on that side and whatnot. Shout out to Blue Pillar, Akibulan for calling out the winners, for being able to identify the patterns once again, and for being on, and for also putting those Gematria channels on YouTube to shame. You know what I mean? I don't really get involved with those politics and shit like that. But, you know, I know that shit gets under blue skin. So, you know, we on high alert, you know what I mean? Like, y'all gonna stop playing with the 44 guard. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all really gonna have to stop playing with that boy. You know. I didn't see the Rick James documentary yet, but I rocks with Rick James. People may not know this, but on my top 10 list of songs, Fire and Desire. Only a few people know that. You know? Fire and Desire. That's on my top 10. Him and Tina. You know what I'm talking about? That's when Becky had her throat chakra. Tina, you know what I mean? Her throat game was, whew, she was able to hold a note or two. You dig? Yeah. But Rick James, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Straight out of Buffalo. Shout out. That was the first Griselda. It was Rick James. You know what I'm talking about? Rick was lit, my niggas. Rick, I don't even gotta watch the documentary. I heard a lot of stuff already, but I will educate myself to this man and whatnot. But he was something else. You know what I'm saying? He was a firecracker. Fire desire. Yeah, they go in, bro. That song right there, that shit it moves me. It moves my whole everything. So yeah, some shit going on in New York that I saw, dealing with the mayor and whatnot. They got a new black mayor. If y'all not familiar with it, I'm not gonna assume that everybody's familiar with Eric Adams. You know what I'm saying? In New York City, right? New York City got a new mayor. He's melanated, and he's the ex-popo, right? He the ex-popo, and you know, he's making a run after the trap music, right? And it's understandable, you know, he's a politician, so it's politics as usual, right? And we know that the drill music, or rather the crime in New York, is almost unavoidable. This nigga's the police. Right? This nigga's the police. So the lowest hanging fruit is the drill scene in New York, because the police got killed from a drill rapper, right? Or the police got shot or something. I don't know if he got killed, but a drill rapper, a 13-year-old, clapped a popo. There's been like 4 murders, or 4 shootings for that matter, in the past 2-3 weeks in Brooklyn, in New York, and it's all drill related, right? After they shot Nas Blicky, they lost like 3 rappers right after that. You know what I mean? 2 or 3 rappers got bodied immediately after they hit Nas Blicky, right? And I did ask the family to send that young man some prayers, Nas Blicky, that is. And yeah, I did that. I did that.
It's lit.
Yeah, I did that.
It's lit.
And the young boy, the young man, I will say, he's not a boy, he's a man. He has a child, and he provides for his children. So he's not a boy. He's a young man. He's gonna live. He was able. This is his 3rd time getting shot too. We'll have that conversation on the next show. I don't really want to dive too much into this young man's personal life, things of that nature, but you know, I'm affiliated with his family, and I held that young man in my hands when he was a baby. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know, I got a place in my heart, not just for him, but I do have a place in my heart for the black messiahs, the young messiahs that we see in our neighborhoods that are being, you know, kind of cut down and whatnot before they have a chance to fully grow some legs and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Peace, Covey. The Cash App is right underneath Phil Moreland, money sign Phil Moreland. All right, I appreciate you. And I appreciate everybody in advance that's in here dropping bags. But you know, the young teenagers that have taken up a new blood sport in New York City, in Toronto, in Chicago, in Atlanta, in Texas, in Philly, in Baltimore, in DC, in Memphis. There's so many places that they drilling now. You know what I'm talking about? There's so many places where they're drilling now. It's not relegated to one place anymore. It's everywhere. So, and it involves young men, right? People would say, you know, we need to get to the root of the problem and not criminalize what these young men are going through because they're musicians. And I would say, I'm not a component of completely criminalizing anything that our people are into and doing and whatnot. I'm about understanding why they're doing it and getting to the root of why they're doing it, and also being able to offer them an alternative. Because if there's no alternative, you know, to offer to these young men who have identified a rites of passage through the music or through surviving, quote unquote, you know, gang life, these niggas is affiliated. So they're betting it all on the fact that they're risking it all on the fact that they are going to be able to either die with their flag, you know what I mean? They're gonna die on their flag, right? They're gonna die like how a soldier is like, yo, I'm dying on this helmet. You know what I'm talking about? I'm dying on this hill. You know, so they either decided that they're gonna go out and a hail of bullets and represent the flag to the motherfucking death, or they say to themselves, you know what? In this rites of passage, I'm gonna make it to be an older man, you know, without having to do a bid, without getting shot up, without getting stabbed up, without getting robbed. You feel me? Without getting ran out of certain cities and shit like that. You know, they make a decision that they're going to participate in this quote unquote dance with death. They're flirting with death. This is a rites of passage, but I'm here to let you know this. Nigga, we all been through it. You know what I'm talking about? Stop acting like this is something new. We've all experienced the rites of passage. When I was coming up, the older, the dudes that were older than us, they was going through their death dance. When we grew up, we went through our death dance. We lost a lot of people. Then when the little brothers who we had, when they started growing up, their generation went through the death dance. They're continuously dancing with the devil in the fucking hood, in the trenches and whatnot. But what is the cost? That's my question. What is the cost? And could this Hunger Games or this rites of passage be tweaked to where it's not a quote unquote take your life? Because it's really like niggas is in the Serengeti fighting lions and whatnot. They drop a group of kids off in some of these African nations and whatnot. And the ones that come home, that's your rites of passage. But then there's a whole bunch of other little kids that's getting mauled by lions. Yeah. So what the fuck are you gaining? Clout? A record deal? Some fiat? What do you get? What are you gaining? You know, some designer? What are you gaining? I would love to know what's to gain, because you don't gotta die. You don't have to flirt with death. You don't have to look over your shoulders. Your head don't have to be on a swivel. They pulling up to niggas in traffic and letting them have it. They hit a dude in Miami who was taking his child to the zoo, and the child was in the front seat. They hit him with a submachine gun, and it was 180. There was no either 80 or 180 shell casings on the ground, and the baby did not get hit. The baby was like 1 year old and whatnot. They tore that niggas out the frame. Right? So they pulling up in traffic. They catching. They lighting up your grandparents' crib. They shooting niggas in the. They shot the young guy at like 7:30 in the morning. These niggas is out here getting clapped. I'm standing on line for coffee. It was very rare when I was coming up that a nigga would get hit 7:30 in the morning, my nigga. Like, that's like dead presidents. You know, usually you get the Brinks truck around that time. Like, that's when bank robberies and shit occur. Like, who the fuck is waking up? Who's breaking day and who's waking up to body something at 7:30 in the morning? I don't even feel violent at 7:30. I can't even muster up enough violence to pull my fangs out at 7:30. What is a nigga going through mentally that you want to kill before noon? That's a different nigga right there. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas have devolved. They turned into something different because we wasn't never on that. That we wasn't never on that. That's a different type of drug. You on a different type of time. Definitely sleep deprivation. Straight out the studio, probably. I'm gonna body something right out the studio. I'm coming outside, the sun hit me, I'm ready to clap something. That's different. You on demon time in broad daylight? You different. This is some different shit, guys. Real talk. So it's just getting a little out of hand. I'm not willing to just necessarily say, hey, whatever. But I'm not finna get outside in my 40s and be drilling with no young niggas against no other young niggas. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not finna do none of that. I'm not doing I'm not involving myself in none of that. They out here playing Grand Theft Auto, and they out here playing Call of Duty. I don't play video games no more. I don't have nothing to do with that. I got too much going on, too much to lose. I will not play in the streets with some fucking teenagers who's out here playing. They playing for keeps. They trying to knock niggas noodles out of the motherfucking cup holder. Real talk. I ain't with it. Y'all gotta figure this shit out, but I ain't finna be standing there when you figure it out either. I'm not doing it. I ain't with it. I love y'all, but I don't love you this much. And they be on drugs, weird drugs. I can't do it. Can't do it. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all gotta work that out. Y'all gotta work that out.
How, Sway?
We can have a meeting in the metaverse or something, but y'all gotta work that out. I'm not finna stand next to you niggas. Cause they spraying crowds. These little niggas are spraying funerals up, wakes, baby showers, weddings, my nigga. Gender reveals. Savage. Big, these little niggas are savage. I'm good. But I would definitely say that the mayor is the police. So anything that he does, he's the police. He's a politician police. That's like a double negative. Talk black to me. That's a double negative. You the police and you a politician. You lie out of both sides of your neck. There's an agenda attached to whatever the fuck he's on and whatever he's talking about. And I would not feed into that agenda, none whatsoever. What I do agree on and what I really would love to see is that some of these OG rappers who have wild influence and, be doing halftime shows, I'm talking about influence like one of these superstars, but OGs, older men. I would just love for them to work behind the scenes, not on camera, not live with BET or TMZ, off record, like how Jay Prince pulled up with Kanye and Drake and made them squash the beef. Off record, a few influential OG. It don't necessarily got to be rappers. It could be like a Big U type of person. But I need them to at least try to broker the peace between some of these warring factions that are out here, because too many people are going to get caught in that type of crossfire. And I don't necessarily mean the physical lead bullets and whatnot. Motherfuckers are slinging all kind of artillery through, insults, beefs, backstabbings, you know what I mean? All kind of shit. Blackballing. It's all kind of mudslinging that's going on when you get involved in that sticky ass murky situation that they got going on with these young rappers. So if the old heads get shot down, at least they could be like, fam, I tried with these niggas. I tried. Duce was sponsoring a fucking sit down. And I tried, but these little niggas wasn't trying to hit me. At least say that. I could, I could respect that. What's going on 224? Oh, time for a commercial. Glad you asked. Hold on, let's go. On 224, we're going to be doing a workshop called Dropping Gems. You may not be familiar with the quote unquote cryptocurrency or crystal currency that is the gems, precious stones, and precious metals. But I just came from Tucson, Arizona, and my life has been forever changed. Blue Pill's still out there. Blue is on some alien shit right now. Blue's tapped all the way in. He'll never be the same. You know what I mean? The Blue Pill that you probably knew before, Blue Pillar, once he put that wolf on his head, it was a wrap, my nigga. He's turned into somebody else. So my life has been shifted. My consciousness has been shifted. What I know is real wealth has been shifted, my niggas. Like, you would never think that there was wealth in the earth the way that there's wealth in the earth. You would not think that this is real wealth. You would not equate this with wealth, right? You would not equate this with wealth because you've been conditioned to think that wealth is fiat and other little things. You don't think that this is an asset. You would not equate this with thousands of dollars, but I will. I am, I have, I will continue to do so. And I'll be willing to share that with other people. I mean, it's a no-brainer. This shit is a slam dunk. You know what I mean? So this brother wrote a book called Rocks of All Ages, right? Rocks of Ages. This is brother Ross Ben. And then Illuminati Congo was one of the first rappers that ever minted an NFT and was selling an NFT in 2020 and whatnot. So he's a pioneer and whatnot. And of course, Red and Blue Pill, we have some announcements to make about something that we did out there in Tucson, Arizona on 2/2 when we launched the new brand. You know what I mean? We introduced a new brand. We rolled out a new brand. But we're going to be tapping in the workshop, and we're going to go further into it. I got footage. I got mad footage. I got mad interviews. Like I said, I got these books. These books, all of these books, right? They got all the vendors, right? All of the plugs and whatnot. You feel me? Like, mine was going in. I got these cards. Hold on. Oh. Look. You got money. Yeah, this is all money. I promise. You play with it if you want. This money. This is all plugs right here. You know what I'm talking about? Hello? Yeah, the plugs I once met. Benny. The butcher coming, nigga. The butcher coming, nigga. The butcher coming, nigga. Yeah, shout out to my mods and whatnot. Y'all give some love. Send some energy to Little Goddess. Send us some heart emojis. Let's give Little Goddess some heart emojis. She's not with us at the moment and whatnot, but I know that she's gonna watch the replay. So let's send her some heart emojis, and let's send Destiny some heart emojis for tapping in, being there for us. That's important. We gotta appreciate each other. You feel me? Yeah, Sedona is a super portal. I didn't get to go to Sedona this year. I was in and out of there and whatnot. I was in and out. But Blue Pill, he's holding fort. Lizzie Jeff is out there. I think she's in Sedona. Yeah, and they're saying that it's beautiful. They're saying that it's beautiful. All right, Little Goddess, this is for you, ma. All right. Salute to Little Goddess, the best at to do this thing right here. You smell me? And she's there for us. So we definitely are there for you. We reciprocate the love, the support, and everything that you bring to this platform. We appreciate your existence. You feel me? And we love you. And we holding it down. You know what I'm talking about? We holding it down. You know? So, what's up, Joe Byron? Take me to eat. So, yeah, what's up, Kanye? Your boy Kanye's in the news. You know, he's in his bag and whatnot, you know, rightfully so. You know, he's in his feels and whatnot because Skeet Pete is out there, you know, I guess having his way with his ex-wife. Now, mind you, when you're divorced and, you know, you're on your way to being divorced and, you know, you give it up, you give the ring up, or you give up the pursuit to save the marriage. Yeah, things happen, my nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Shorty finna step out. It's called a rebound. And usually it's not with somebody that you like. You can't choose who you can't choose the face that she's about to go sit on. You know what I mean? You don't have no control over that. My advice is not to make too many enemies while you're married, because they will, you know, that's who the queen on the chessboard might slide next to just to get you back. Okay? So he needs a sister, first of all. He needs to walk back, you know what I mean? He needs some sexy chocolate.
To this day. To this day.
We gotta help our good brother wean off of the, off the baloney. Wean him off of the wean him off of the impossible pork. Once again, I'm not the phallus police. I can't be running around chasing people and writing them tickets for wherever they put their peen. Like, hold on, you violated, guys. Write them up, pull them over. That's not my duty. I'm not here for that. However, he needs some. You know what I'm talking about? You saw Jack Dorsey. He was rolling with a goddess. Some noise, tall glass, a tall drink of water. You know what I mean? The white guys is pulling up with Serenas and Venuses, right? And these niggas is pulling up with olive oils. Right?
To this day.
What are you guys doing? You know what I'm talking about? What are you guys doing? Who the fuck was Kanye rolling around with post Kim Kardashian? Nigga, you wasn't stunting. That wasn't her. That wasn't it.
To this day.
That wasn't enough. You gotta make her feel it, my nigga. That wasn't her. You know what I'm talking about? You didn't make that shot. That's not gonna make Kim Kardashian move, my nigga. You gotta pull up with Jordan Woods or somebody. Let me teach you the game. That wasn't it. Maybe if that just wasn't it, fam. And she wasn't tripping over you with Julia Fox. You tripping over Skeet Pete because you already know what Skeet Pete be out there doing to them women's and them.
To this day.
You know what I mean?
To this day.
Probably heard some rumors. But that's KKK. That's Kim and them. You know how the whole clique get down. Yeah, you better pop up with Chloe Bailey or somebody. You know what I'm talking about? What are we doing? You know what I'm talking about? We see Rihanna's taken. You better find somebody soon. You know what I mean? And you can't just pick out a chick that you can just try to make her your muse and make her know this. She needs to have a button already. She needs to be a made chick. She needs to be down with the mafia, nigga. She needs to be a made woman. You know what I'm talking about? Don't be trying to create nothing. Oh, you said Tiffany Haddish is single? Whoop, whoop, whoop-dee. Whoop-dee.
To this day.
Whoop-dee.
To this day.
Whoop-dee. Did I hear about Isaiah Rashad? Pause. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to say no name. Thank my dad that I was born in 1975. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Mom. You know what I mean? You niggas saved me from this shit right here. You said, why not? Amber was not on the radar and she blew up from Ye. Yeah, stop doing that. Stop doing that. You weren't even supposed to be in certain parties. No, fuck that. We don't do that. You know? We don't do that. Bringing the help. Find something established. We ain't out here making chicks no more. You know what I mean? That's a dub. Where's her? What did he gain from that? What did she send? What did she throw back at the nigga? What did he gain from that? Not a thing. He just let her run loose in the motherfucking industry. You know what I'm talking about? And look at her. I seen her at a NBA party. I seen her at an NFL party this weekend. My nigga, Amber Rose. She was looking like hot Subways. You know what I'm talking about? She was looking like a hot Subway tuna sandwich, my nigga. Shot. What do you mean? I know he regret that body. What do you mean? He let her run loose in Calabasas, and look what the fuck she brought back. Nothing but fleas, my nigga. She not even for the streets. She for the Uber streets. Fuck out of here. Started the whole walk and all kind of. Look at what she did to 21 Savage's career. She's graveyard. What do you mean? She's graveyard. Nobody bounced up for after coming up out of her canopy bed, my nigga. Nobody, no niggas did not shoot up. She don't have that SpaceX, my nigga. You know what I'm talking about? She got submarine. You know what I mean? She taking niggas under. Look at what she did. Don't nobody, niggas did not bounce up after that. Look at Wiz Khalifa. He's finished. They passing her around like she crowd surfing. Let's call her crowd surfing. Call her crowd surfing. You know how when you crowd surfing and they just moving you around? Nigga, they in Hollywood they moving a whole lot of them around. These chicks is out here crowd surfing, my nigga. Let's be clear. And you could tell, because like I said before, I've always said this. Your body is not meant for the wear and tear. You get knocked down too many times, you can't BDL that shit away. You start fucking with the wrong niggas and they giving you that slush fund energy. They giving you that dumpster juice energy. You can't wash that shit off. You know what I'm talking about? You start looking, it's all over your skin. It's coming through your pores. Do you know what I'm talking about? Can you relate? Have you seen her? Because I've seen a few people like that, and I could clearly let you know, you got to be careful who you let inside of you, because they'll leave the dust on you, my nigga, and you can't wash that off. The lights are dim. You ever seen somebody who used to be very, they were horrific, and now they're dim lit, right? Because they was letting too many dusty niggas, inside of the palace or the temple, my nigga. They did not take their shoes off. They left impossible chitlins all around you. You know what I mean? Now you got worms and whatnot. No.
Halfway. Take a few steps back.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
You don't. You think you could just get run down. You think you could just run your body down and you finna snap back. And I know about elasticity and neuroplasticity, but now it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. You look like you need refurbishing, and the refurbishing company can no longer be found on Google. You know what I'm talking about? I've seen it. So no, you can't run around and do what men do. You can't run around and do what men do. Not with your temple. It wasn't built for that. How many bodies are acceptable? I have no idea. Because like I said, I'm not the body police. I really don't know these days. I'm scared to ask. Y'all want to deal with that? Y'all want to go through that? How many bodies are acceptable, ladies? I mean, let me know. What's the acceptable number these days? Because you know what I'm talking about? I'm not a Tinder swindler. I ain't been on Tinder in a minute. So I don't know what's going on outside like that. I kind of do, but then I don't. Men can't do it either. It's a little different with men. But yeah, that is true too. Because anybody that's doing anything in excess, I don't care what your gender is. When you overdo things, you know what I'm saying? When you're not complacent, too much of anything is bad for anyone. Chicks with 30 plus. Nigga, that's not saying a lot. When I was in high school, LaToya, she was up to 30 bodies, and she was still in high school, my nigga. So what are you saying? Niggas used to have hookie parties And the line was like Krispy Kreme. This before. The line was like Krispy Kreme. Talk black to me. I ain't here to judge. I might smudge you, but you could smudge me too. We not here to judge. Talk. Let's talk that body talk. Where's Sammy the Bull at? Where your body's at? Let's talk that body talk. You know what I'm talking about? Kaiser Sose. Don't make up no lies. Talk that body talk. You know, I want to know how many is too much. Do not name your daughter Latoya, fellas. I promise you. Fight that. She gonna pull out the name book and be like, how do you think we should name her Latoya? No, nigga. They pull out the dot dictionary and be like, fam, we not naming her Latoya. You know what I mean? It's a few names that we not finna name, but Latoya is definitely one of those. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I guess we finna pass on because they not throwing they not throwing them out there. They not throwing them out there. You know? But it's kind of different out there these days. You know what I mean? That attitude wasn't pervasive. When I was younger, I actually came up in the era where Little Kim and Foxy popped up. They popped out. And when they popped out, they changed things a lot. Let's just keep it at that. When they popped it out, they were so lit that they influenced a whole generation of young women. And things began to change drastically and fast, like very fast. But even with that, that was the beginning of that, right? So I'm here where I could look at the beginning. Let's be honest. Amber was looking to be Kanye's wife. She was not wife material. How could she be looking to be his wife? He was going through a phase where he was trying to get his rocks off. He was reeling from his mother's death, and he had just broken up with one of his longtime quote unquote companions. So he was spending that new rap money and he was getting his rocks off. He said that he was addicted to pornography, namely white women and whatnot, because he got exposed to that as a young man through his father. I believe that's what he said. So the fetish that he had for a certain type of prototype is what exactly Amber Rose fit. So he was basically tapping into his fantasies with her. He was not utilizing her to be his wife. She was not equally yoked with him, none whatsoever. What are you talking about? He was like, that's my muse. You know what I'm saying? This is a bad bitch from Philadelphia to be stripping with some nice aureolas and whatnot. And I want to put her on and dress her up. You feel me? So I don't have to put the fucking girl clothes on. I'm going to put it on her. Note to all of you sassy, zesty niggas is out there to be wanting to put your fucking, sheer lace fronts and shirts on. And like I said, no judgment, just smudgement. Just get you a muse. There's enough women out here that's ready to be muses and whatnot. Get you a muse and dress her up, not yourself.
To this day. To this day.
Don't do the blouse, my nigga. Just get you a muse. I think they got them on Craigslist. You could get you a muse and just put the blouse on her. Paint her nails, my nigga. Don't paint yours. You could paint her nails. You could put in stilettos. You could put in yoga pants. Everything. These muses will let you do what the fuck you want to do. You just have to feed them Chipotle.
To this day.
On everything.
To this day.
On everything. You know? On everything. They'll respect you for it. You know what I'm talking about? Get them lit. What up, Jamal? It's my guy. Jamal Hilton in the building. Jamal Milton in the building.
To this day.
One of the illest MCs.
To this day.
It's out there. You know, Kim Kardashian was an extension of his fantasies. That's why it didn't work. That's a good thing. That's a great conversation to have, fellas. You know, when you are intimately involved with your fantasy. When you're intimately involved with your fantasies. Now, we live in the IG era, and it's a different type of era that we come from, because in the era that we come from, there wasn't access to your fantasies the way that there's access to your fantasies these days. So you could tap in and be with your fantasy woman, you know, just by sliding in her DMs. You know what I'm talking about? It's some fantasy women that'll take a cash app. You really can slide. Whoop-dee. What is that? Business inquiries only? Whoop-dee. You know what that is. You know what that means, right? Business inquiries only. Okay. You know what I'm talking about? So you could have been fantasizing. There's, you know, I don't know this, but I was in the barbershop getting laced up the other day, and I overheard niggas talking. They said that the porn stars are on Twitter, and you could buy, you could purchase, you know what I'm saying? You could purchase a one-on-one right there, right on Twitter. That's what they said. For the price of a lace front. That's what they told me.
To this day. To this day.
I was blown away. I was like, fam, are you serious? This is what the market is looking like? They was like, fam, Market Mondays. You didn't know?
To this day.
I had no idea.
To this day.
I had no idea. I spent $40 at Chipotle. I'm ready to reconsider things. You know what I'm talking about? 2 fucking burritos with some extra guap on it, with them fucking expensive ass drinks, nigga. That's a 40 piece right there. And they was like, fam, on Twitter, shit going for $40. It's like, God damn it. Are you serious? So some of the same women that taught men sexual education when we was little whippersnappers. I remember seeing Vanessa Del Rio at Biltmore Ballroom. I was like 17 years old.
To this day.
A nigga almost fainted.
To this day.
She gave me her panties. On God. I'm on Black Jesus, Tyrone, and everybody, on everything. You know I'm not lying. She gave me her panties. I was with one of my brethren who, rest in peace, Poop Man. Poop Man brought me to Biltmore that night, and I seen Vanessa Del Rio, my nigga. You don't understand what that meant to a young whippersnapper back. This was like 1992. She was a goddess. It was crazy. Just to be in the same building with her, I felt like I knew her. That's how, just to be close, just to be in the same venue, I was able to walk around and tell niggas like, yeah, what does this look like? Yeah. Those are Vanessa Del Rio's, nigga. Yeah, hold on, stop playing. Give me $10. So that was back then. That's as close to a fantasy that a nigga ever got. That she threw the panties off the stage, and I was like, I got him. You know what I mean? And nigga, I rode that motherfucker into the sunset. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I rode that horse into the sunset. You know what I mean? It was a few months I was lit. But nowadays, that's like the young kids is taking it a bit further. They taking it a bit further than where I had taken it, where I just got excited for having the paintings. I had an NFT. They actually going to they getting flued out. They fluing them out. They going in their bags. So fantasies, when the fantasies become reality, that's a whole show. That's a whole show. You said what them joints smell like? Vanessa Del Rios. Whatever she smelled like, that's what they smelled like. You know what I mean? It was cool though. Like I said, the panties was in Flatbush for about 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Making their rounds and whatnot. But like I said, I was young anyway. But man, it is what it is, It is what it is. That's why I'm not naive and shit, I got a 14-year-old. These little kids my son got an iPhone 13. I don't even have a 13, my niggas. This nigga, he's ahead of me in the iPhone race. He got Steven Jobs more proud of him than he proud of me. You don't talk about. So I'm like, you got you got a 17-inch screen on your phone. You little nigga, you got 5G. Like, you tapped in. I'm not even asking no questions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not judging nobody. Nigga, Pinky came to our lecture. I don't want to get into the late night, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get into the late night, bag tonight. I don't want to get into the late night Black Tails bag. But in 2018, we was in Tampa, Florida at a Paradigm Shifters event. I was on the stage. It was all of the shifters, Brother Ben X, 19 Keys, Rizza Islam, Derek Grace, and everybody else, Billionaire, Blue. I looked over my shoulder and nigga, lo and behold, it was Pinky in the crowd. And I ain't talking about Pinky in the brain.
To this day.
Yeah.
To this day.
Nigga, Pinky was staring at me when I was going in. That felt different because I was like, I've been staring at you when you was going in.
To this day. To this day.
See how shit reciprocates if you patient enough? You see how shit reciprocates if you patient enough? I was like, because she was like, you was going in. And I was like, damn, that's interesting because I say the same thing about you. To this day.
To this day. To this day.
Dead ass, but I was startled. I was like flabbergasted. You know what I'm saying? She's kind of short. And she was stocky. She didn't have on her pink wig. You know what I'm talking about? But she's gorgeous. She is. She's beautiful. Her spirit. Yeah, that part. She got a nice spirit. You know what I'm talking about? She got a nice spirit. So we talked. We chopped it up. You know what I mean? She didn't buy any merch. But that's okay, because she was really into the God. You know what I mean? She was giving me compliments. And I was like, oh, man, if I seen Roxy Reynolds at a lecture, fam, I'm diving off the stage. Dead ass. Like, that's one right there. Yeah. I'm Roxy Reynolds? Yeah, that part. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she got my attention. Did I get a pic? Yeah, I got a pic. It's on my Instagram. You gotta scroll. And I'm about to erase my page, so you need to go and see it quickly. You know what I mean? I'm about to clean my page and shit because there's a Red Pill rebranding coming. So I'm gonna scrub my page. Y'all don't get nervous. Don't think that the boys did it. That's just me. You know what I mean? Taking all my shit down. We got NFTs about to roll out in the near future, so it's time to start back over. I got 15,000 posts. Got to get rid of that. There's too much shit in the weight. You know what I mean? Oh man, that was wifey right there. Dead ass. I had a huge crush on her. I'm talking about a humongous crush. You don't understand how much of a crush I had on her. It was crazy. Crazy, shit, crazy. I don't know. She just have a beauty to her, you know? She just gotta be. You trade me an E for her math? Shit, nigga, set it up. You don't talk about. I'll even give you her email. Set it up.
To this day.
Nothing but a word.
To this day.
Then the last that I heard from her, she had invited me to an exotic show in New Jersey. She was like, I'm in Jersey. You should pull up. I'm at this exotic show and whatnot. This was like 2019. Did I tell you that I met Beauty Dior in Harlem? I don't, you know me. I'm a big dog. I don't kiss and tell, family. She slid the number. She pushed up on the kid, and I'm not, talking about, I'm not bad looking. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, who, me? She was like, yes, you. Like, what's good? Like, what's your name? Who are you? I was like, they call me Red Pill, but you could call me Twin. And she gave me her number, and she was like, call me. And then I was like, I will. And then I had told Blue Pill, I was like, because the nighttime had came, and then I got the Old Spice on. You feel me? I'm doing pull-ups and shit. He's like, Red. He was like, where you going? What's good with you? And I was like, man, I forgot to tell you, nigga, I met Beauty Dior, and she just invited me to come to the city because she was like, she wants to sit with me and talk. And he was like, wait, what? He was like, who? And I was like, Beauty Dior. She's a dancer and a performer. And he was like, nigga, if you don't sit your monkey ass down at the
house, man. You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
I was like, it's Beauty. He was like, Beauty your ass to sleep, nigga. Fuck out of here. So yeah, he that's what my brother does for me. You know what I mean? That's what my brother does. He gets me in alignment. This was circa conscious stripper though. You know what I mean? I was ready to put it all on the line. She would have leaked the tape. She would have caught me on her iPhone 3, because that's how long back it was. It was like around 2011, maybe 10. You know what I'm saying? She'd have caught me on her iPhone 3. You know what I mean? Doing all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And, I'd have been all over the internet. I was ready to go. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was ready to go. You know what I'm talking about? My retarded ass, I was ready to go. That's why I need a leash on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm no good to myself. I was ready to go. I need a whole leash because I was ready to bark, my niggas. I was like, you want me to come where? Say less. Let me get my Metro card. I'm on the way. But it never happened. And then when when Pinky had invited me to the exotic thing, that didn't happen. I'm just not, you know what I mean? There's a barrier. I'm not gun-ho the way that I used to be when I was a young whippersnapper. You know what I mean? I just know that you don't be in places where, if anything was to go down, it would be like, wow, the fuck was you there? You know what I mean? Like, you can't be in places where the energy don't feed your higher purpose and what you really for. You know what I mean? Like I would have felt real slutty at the convention, you know what I mean? Chilling with, Pinky and company and whatnot, talking about crypto and whatever the fuck I was talking about at that moment. I don't know. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Yeah. I listen to some Londrell and I start breathing and shit. You know what I mean? I go listen to some Cleo Soul and get myself back in alignment. You know what I mean? But that's some of my encounters. The root chakra, something else. Yeah, and I'm a Scorpio, and I'm red pill, so I'm nestled in that red shit. Like I'm all in the red light. You know what I mean? I'm TLC, red light special. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in the red light district all the time. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's just the frequency of the red. You know what I mean? However, I'm not a victim of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm in that place. I keep that safe space. You know what I mean? That's the place that I sit in. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. It is what it is. I make no qualms about it. Because ultimately, what we're here to do is to identify and recognize who we are and then master that. You know what I mean? So it is our duty to identify all aspects of who we are, the planets that rule us, even our shortcomings, our weaknesses, the same way that we would be in the gym, identifying your weaknesses in order to do what? Strengthen them. You all swollen at the top and you skipping leg day forever and whatnot. You're really not in the gym because you're not going there to work on the shit that needs to be worked on. All you're doing is manicuring your motherfucking lawn. You know what I mean? You're just you know what I mean? If you're still just working on your arms, which you've been working on for 30 years, you're not really in the gym, my nigga. You're in the cosmetic department. You got to work on your motherfucking legs, you know what I mean? And your lower back so you could raise your kundalini. I learned that today doing the deadlifts. Dude was like, that makes more sperm. I was like, put some more weights on that. You know what I'm talking about? Because, sperm production is important at my age. Let's get it going. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You got to fill up the bank, my nigga. You got to fill up the bank. So I'm doing deadlifts, working on my lower back so I can activate my kundalini because that's very important. Start with yoga. Yeah, I'm just not built for it. I'm not yoga built, my nigga. You know what I mean? I tried the yoga. I almost died in Tennessee doing a breathing exercise in yoga. My motherfucking legs, my knees was like right on my rib cage. I was on my back with my knees and I had to take a deep ass breath. And a nigga felt like he had C19 at that moment because I couldn't breathe. I could not breathe. It felt wild uncomfortable. And I'm not hating on yoga. I'll do yoga. You feel me? Soon. When the weather changes, it get warmer. And I'll tap in, I didn't quit though. You think that I quit it when that happened. I did not quit. I pushed through. The shit felt like it felt like I was underwater and whatnot. And I had pushed through and I did all of the downward doggies and whatnot. I was twisting and turning and doing all kind of stuff. And yes, I was taking it slow. I was motivated. I was. However, I'm going to just stick with the pull-ups and the push-ups for right now. I'm going to work on getting rid of this motherfucking stomach, my niggas, because I got some, I got some revenge. Yeah, I got some vapors to hand out in a few months and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I got to send out some vaporish emails and shit. I got to send out some vaporous DMs. I'm just playing. I gotta let some people feel the burn. You know what I'm talking about? So we gotta get my glutes and my abs together so I could do a little bit of stunting on the gram. You know, don't judge me. That part. Did I ever do tantra? Did a spider ever motherfucking do a web, my nigga? Did Charlotte ever do a web? Nigga said, do I ever do tantra? Did a pig ever play in motherfucking mud? Yeah, I did tantra. You know what I'm saying? I was in a Nissan Tantra a few days ago. But yeah, Tantra is cool. You know what I mean? I got blue balls fucking with Tantra and I pushed through it. You know what I mean? I overcame the blue baldedness. You know what I mean? And I did the Tantra a few times. Matter of fact, did you bring that up? You know what I mean? Look how life works. The Gangster Guide to Tantra, the Science of Sex, right? By the legend, Patara Tahuti.
To this day. To this day.
This nigga signed it. I know this nigga. He signed it. Okay. This book is lit. This is a great read. It's like $100. The Gangster Guide to Tantra, the Science of Sex. I'm gonna bring Patar back on Know the Ledge. He's had segments. We're gonna do a whole show with him though, where we're gonna talk salacious, spicy. Cause I don't really give it up like that. I don't think that I do. I don't talk too crazy. Like, you know, when you at the Indian restaurant and they be like, how do you want your spicy? And I'll be like, mild, medium. I'm medium spicy. This nigga right here is spicy. He give it all up. He don't have no prohibition. He just be like, yeah, you put the dirt on it. I'm like, it's my guy right here. I love this nigga because he remind me of how I give it up like that, but I don't give it up like that no more. I'm a little, got a little bit of I got a little bit of muzzle on my mouth. You know, I got a little bit of muzzle and whatnot. But Patah don't give a fuck. He just let that shit go. And but it's real. It's not like he's raunchy. I don't like people that talk super raunchy and you're not dropping no science. You're not making no sense. You're just talking gutter. I'm not with no shit like that because, you know, I'm not of that age bracket. I'm in my 40s. Men in their 40s don't give it up like that. We don't have to because we have wisdom. We have experience. You feel me? And with our wisdom and our experience and our knowledge, we should be able to have a more refined conversation, even if it's raunchy. We should be in the quote unquote, we should be in a place where we're teaching, right? When we're being somewhat of, somewhat of a raunchy, disposition. So I'm not judging. Once again, everybody does what the fuck they have to do to get what the fuck they need. So you do what you do. I'm not with that though. But Patar, like I said, he'll give you the raunchy shit, but he's giving you bars. He's teaching you. There's a way they say that you feed a baby. You don't feed a baby steak. You feed them, quote unquote, the medicine in the food and whatnot. So that's the type of teaching. That's not the only type of teaching, but that's one of the styles in the arts of teaching that a brother such as myself, I respect that. You know, I respect that. Somebody said that they reserve cocky for steamed yoni boxes. That's what's up, my guy.
To this day. To this day.
You know, Ty getting a lot of love. I'm gonna have to show him this. He's getting a lot of love in the building. So we're gonna bring him. Yeah, this might be my first entry in a book club. You know what I mean? Because this is something I will read this motherfucking book with the you know what I mean? What's my guy from the late night who was used to do the radio? He had like the smooth voice. You know what I'm talking about? What's one of these late night niggas? It's a few of them. It's a few of them. Ladies, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all listen to him. What's his name? I'm ready to read the book in that voice. Okay. I'm ready to read the book in that voice with some motherfucking Pier 1 candles lit like I'm Kevin Samuels. Like I'm Kevin Samuels or whatnot. With a fucking cardigan and a turtleneck onto you. But yeah, man. We closing in on the 2-hour mark. You know what I mean? That's my sign to kind of get up out of here. Yeah, dude from WBLS. Walt, baby love. I don't even know who Walt is. You know what I'm saying? Melvin Lindsay. Is that Melvin Lenny Green? That's what I was talking about. Lenny, I'm ready to read the book. In a late night, slow Lenny Green voice. That's what I'm ready to do, ladies. Right. What are my numbers? Are they the same as Blues? What numbers are you talking of? So like I said, man, real quick again, a little announcement because I need y'all to be in the building. I want y'all to be able to tap in to this information because this is very important. Some of the breakthroughs that we made, we want you, the family, to be privy to it. Y'all will be the first ones. You don't have to hear about it. We want you to be able to benefit off of what we was out there, in Arizona doing. I won't even say busting our ass because this was one of those things where it wasn't even work. It was adventure, pure adventure. And them white people was giving up so much love to me and Blue, to Illuminati Congo, you know what I mean, to Acacia, to Lizzie Jeff. They was going crazy for Lizzie. They was just giving us a lot of love, man. I promise you, Blue, I have uploaded 2 videos on his channel. He could articulate it better than I can because I'm not finna get in all in my bag about how other races of people treat us and how other races of people are accepting. And, it just begs, the question begs to be asked, like, okay, we understand that we have people of other races that don't fuck with us and other nationalities, rightfully so, because, they benefit off of our ignorance. I mean, it doesn't boil down to that completely, but, our us being in our condition is beneficial to a group of people. But there's also those people in that group who will almost give up the world if we pull up to them in our proper persona. What is your proper persona, Red Pill? Your proper persona is you know the fuck you are. You don't gotta say nothing. You might think that I'm blowing hot steam up your. You don't gotta say nothing. You don't have to say a thing. You just gotta pull up and make a special appearance. You understand? And shine your light. What's shining your light? Sometimes it's just standing right there and looking. What's shining your light? Sometimes it's just asking a question or two. What's shining your light? Looking happy. What's shining your light? Looking healthy. What's shining your light? Letting your nuts hang, nigga. What are you talking about? That's shining your light. Being a motherfucking winner. And people will acquiesce. What's up, Kareem? People will acquiesce
to your demonstration without feeling intimidated, without saying, oh, look at the angry black man, without being like, oh, you know, this nigga's a problem. These are some problem starters. No, they're like, yo, who the fuck are y'all? And how can I help you? You understand? Right. My presence is the present. Do you know I used to get intimidated going into certain rooms, into rooms full of vultures, rooms full of vultures. I would be intimidated, right? I would be somewhat intimidated, like I did not belong. Why did I feel like that? Because I had not necessarily fully evolved out of my street persona. So my street persona had a reason to feel like that they did not belong, because in my street persona, or in my street quote unquote, personage, I was involved in illicit activities that would make me a complete, Europeans, Nordics, or certain people in that room, they were prey. They were prey. So me being in the room with them, I would feel like they knew that I was the predator, and I would feel uncomfortable because, just be like, yeah, yeah, this ain't my room right here. This is not where I need to be, because these motherfuckers could look at my eyes and tell me I'm scheming. And now, once you refined your persona, you know what I'm talking about? Once you become sophisticated in your savagery, you go into a room full of vultures and you know how to motherfucking move. You know how to move. You're not of that lower mind state anymore. You're in a higher mind state where you're like, look, I'm coming up in this bitch to take what's mine. That's it. That's it. And sometimes the prey will lay down right in front of you and be like, yo, whatever you want, it's yours. They don't even put up a fight. But you would never know, because niggas is intimidated to go into those rooms. Niggas is intimidated to step on planes and go to certain countries. They don't want to go to certain shows, trade shows. They don't want to go to certain nations. They don't want to walk into certain type of events where millions and billions of dollars are being generated and whatnot, because somehow, in some way, somebody convinced your black ass that the only place you need to be is in the motherfucking bando or in the corner store playing with your fucking pork rinds. And to be honest with you, it goes beyond corporate thugging, because I don't like how niggas is moving in corporate America. To be honest with you, niggas don't show up in corporate America like that in their proper persona. I'm more so talking about in the realm where goods are being traded and people are dealing with mercantile, and they're doing some type of merchandising, more so in that realm. Corporate America, sorry to bother you. These niggas is out here code switching, touching toes, and fake walking like they pigeon-toed for these white folks. I ain't talking about them niggas. Don't give them no credit. Don't give them no credit. I passed through corporate America and almost threw up on myself. That shit is a sophisticated plantation. I seen witchery. I seen witchery in all
You ain't got
corners.
the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
I seen coonery. These niggas was ice skating through offices on coon blades. That's a fact. Nah, we not co-signing that. Fuck out of here. You niggas are not even invited in those kind of rooms, because type of shit that I'm talking about is walking in there in your power. Nobody owns you, my nigga. You're not contracted to none of these people. Okay? So with that being said, I'll just leave it at that. We'll continue. We'll try our best to do something before Thursday. Inshallah, God willing, you know what I mean? We got a few things that we want to throw at the people. 2/22/22 just keep your notifications on and your motherfucking ears to the ground. We're going to have some things popping, you know what I mean? Pay attention and, when you hear something, just be prepared to make something happen, okay? And I'll leave it at that. So, yeah. Love and light to the family. Y'all stay focused, stay dangerous, stay truthful, stay healthy, stay wealthy minded. Do not be distracted. Keep in mind that we are in the winter season. This is a season of death and rebirth. Some things are going to die, so some things could be reborn. Don't hold on to too many things. Let some things go. Learn to sacrifice some shit in order to gain some of the things that you want. You can't take it all with you, my niggas, and you can't have it all, okay? You cannot have it all. So this is that time, because when the motherfucking spring comes, it's time to pop out. So if you got to hit that gym, if you got to work some kinks out and whatnot, if there's some things, if you niggas need to braid your hair, whatever the fuck you got to do it. It's the time to do it now so you don't have to do it later. Okay? Work on doing that shit. Work it out. All right, y'all. Peace. And where the cash apps? Let's see real quick before we get out of here. Phil Moreland. Okay, Cash App, Phil Moreland. I appreciate y'all like y'all appreciate me. You dig what I'm saying? Love is love. Let's reciprocate. All right, y'all stay dangerous. Peace.